All right, you ready? Okay.
Henry Cole has lost count of how many times he's been wheeled into surgery. In the last 2 years, Cole has had more than a dozen procedures. And there are more to come, but he has no complaints.
The Lord has been paving my way with treatment. I always met the good doctors. I always met the good counselors to talk to me. I always met good nurses, and I always met good friends.
When VOA first met Cole in the spring of 2012, he wore a mask to help heal his facial wounds. But the emotional trauma that led him on this journey was still fresh.
I'll tell you the truth. At first, when I saw my face back in Liberia, I knew I wanted to continue living.
Monrovia, Liberia, where Cole was the police traffic commander. In April of 2011, he was the victim of an attack that seemed to come out of nowhere in the middle of the night.
Only to come up from sleep with a shock that some liquid was wasted on my chest, and immediately was wasted, it started to burn.
The liquid was acid, poured on by an intruder who is yet to be found.
This was what I came out to. But the acid entered in my nose, in my mouth, and in my ear. Then I cried out for help.
Cole was taken to a local hospital.
For 2 weeks I was there. My condition was not improving. My condition was getting worse because I was in pain.
Cole credits his faith with this will to live.
But after some time in counseling, I got to know that there's a God who watches over us and preserves our lives. And so I still have a second chance of living. And so I must carry on, yes.
With the help of friends, Cole left Liberia for America, ending up at Johns Hopkins Burn Center in Baltimore, Maryland.
It'd be good for you to have a break.
His doctors remember the first time they saw him.
Literally just walked into the office and asked for help.
His chest, abdomen, arms were all scarred.
See you in a bit.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dad.
And that began the long process of creating Henry Cole's new face. A face transformed bit by bit.
One of the first things we did in the first operation was to make him a nostril on the left side.
It's very similar to building a building. And for a burn patient, the canvas is their skin.
So we covered it with what we call allograft, which is cadaver skin. So we can leave this on for a week, but we take it off before it becomes rejected. And then what we used in this case was a material called Integra. It's a synthetic material. And then after 3 weeks, we can peel off the top layer, and we can take some skin from a different part of his body that isn't burnt, and we use that to cover.
Yeah.
Cole already feels blessed, thanks to the doctors who showed him his new face for the first time.
He was in the tub room, and I asked him if he wanted to see his face.
As soon as they brought the mirror, I look at it.
And then he reaches up, and he's got a tear coming out of his eye.
I sprung on her and give her a big hug.
He apparently liked it.
And when he sees his former self, he's confident that he's well on his way.
I'm not far from being like this. I'm very close.
But in the meantime, Henry Cole is starting to enjoy his life again.
Now, I'm happy.
For the Africa Health Network, I'm Carol Pearson, VOA News.